and gentlemen, welcome back to more NBA2k16 MyGM Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. A rough start to the season last episode. We went down, unfortunately, in our first game against the Milwaukee Bucks. It was a tough matchup, and we learned a lot of things, though. We learned how our team is so far. We learned who can we kind of rely on to score points, who's our best defensive options. So we've learned a lot of things in just that one game, but obviously we've got a lot more to do. So it's a tough contest, as you can see. Carmello, 14 points, was our key player. But even then, Carmello didn't really have that great of a game. So here you go. There's something that I like in this year's game is that it suggests what minutes to give each guy, and like the minutes will change constantly depending on their recent match form. So this is what I really like. So I kind of will use this as a guide. A lot of you guys are telling me to give Grant some more minutes, and I think Grant could be a good option. But at the moment, I'm just going to see how this current setup goes, and if we are succeeding and things are going well, we'll probably stick to it and make some minor changes. But if things are not going well, certainly in the PG department, that's probably my biggest concern in the team. We really don't have a strong point guard, but we have Galloway, Calderon, and Grant as our three options. Grant obviously is the guy for the future. He's going to build up. Calderon is on his way out, and we probably will look to trade him if he doesn't pick up his form very soon. I know a lot of you guys were telling me to trade him last episode, and I didn't realize how big of a contract that he had, so we'll probably have to trade him if we want to try and make some moves or try and do something. So he's an option to trade out, and I know a lot of you guys were telling me to test out the market for Carmello as well, and that'll be something that I will look at soon as well. I just want to kind of give these guys a few games to kind of settle in first. Obviously, Larry Sanders is right on my radar as well. I haven't pulled the trigger yet on him because I feel as though my centers are doing pretty good. I'm not too, phased about them. Lopez is pretty good. Lopez obviously has a huge contract, so if we are going to sign Sanders, we're going to have to get him to a lower contract. I like O'Quinn. He's not a bad scorer as well, and Seraphin's okay too. So there's some decent centers we have in the team. So I don't know if Larry Sanders is really necessary right now. And I'm just looking at some of the other guys that are on offer as well. Not really much in the point guard department again. So I think for the short term, we're going to look towards perhaps bringing in Ben Gordon. Now, a lot of you guys are thinking, well, this guy's old, he's had it. I definitely agree with you, but I think Ben Gordon is a decent, reliable scorer, and I think he could be a decent asset coming off the bench. We'll try and get him to a low contract, and we'll bring him in as a backup shooting guard and a backup point guard as well. And he's a decent scorer. He can be an option, and that's something that we don't really have in the team. It's pretty well known the Knicks are not very good at scoring points, so we need to bring in some scorers, and Ben Gordon has some experience, and I've used him in previous games as well, and he generally gets the job done pretty good. So he's a decent, reliable player, and you can see that's the contract that he wants. So 1.6 or so. Let's see if we can perhaps get that down a little bit. I don't really want to pay that much for him. If we can get him cheap, we could probably use some of our little perks that we have to change that as well. So we'll see how he's feeling about that one. We'll probably lower it a little bit. We'll see how badly he wants to be a part of the team. He has about a 3.5 star rated interest to play for the team, pretty much. So he wants a bigger contract. He's not exactly thrilled with the offer. But, yeah, Ben, I don't care what you think. Too goddamn bad. You are playing for the Knicks. Sign the damn contract. And, we're going to use some little tricks of the trade to convince him. Some under-the-table perks and incentives, perhaps. I don't know. But we couldn't afford to bring him in for a big contract because our budget's already through the roof. So we're going to bring in Gordon, and like I said, we'll probably bring him in. We'll see how he goes. We're going to give him some big minutes to kick him off and see how he plays. And if he does perform, obviously we'll keep him there. If not, we'll probably lower his minutes and he can come on as just a reserve backup point guard or shooting guard, because I believe he can play both roles decent enough. So he's not the option that we need. He's not the savior of the team, but he's a decent player to bring in, and for the short term, he might fix a couple of our scoring options whilst we figure out where else we can improve. We'll look at the agency, we'll see where we can find some decent players there, and perhaps look to make some trades as well. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying the NBA so far. The key thing for the series that I'm going to say right now is I'm probably going to focus more so on this side of the game mode that you're seeing right now. Me in the game, making some trades, making changes, things like that, rather than gameplay itself. But this episode, we're going to have two matchups, and our first one is going to be against the Atlanta Hawks, who are 0-1 just like us. So an opportunity to capitalize on their recent loss and try and build from that and perhaps pull off the upset. The Hawks are very good last season. It's going to be a very, very tough matchup. Can we do it? Alrighty, so we're going to get this one underway. The Knicks versus the Hawks, our first home game of the season. So this is a big, big chance for us to win at home and start to build something here at home and in New York. So obviously, last episode, we got exposed. We really struggled to score points. We missed way too many shots. It was a low-scoring game. Our defense was okay, but we really struggled to score points. So we're going to have to try and find that key score for us. And we started off really nicely, though. That's a great start for us as we get the opening points in this one. So scoring is such a difficult thing, as you can see. Oh, Carmello gets the block and a nice play there. We get the ball back. So scoring points is going to be our key issue, and like I said, bringing in Ben Gordon will be a decent way to kind of help that. As you can see, the Hawks gaining momentum here, getting some space, hitting some big shots. The Hawks are just finding easy ways to score, and they were really opening us up on the three-point line, and there's way too much room there to move as well for Teague, who drops it in for two more. And the floor low draws contact, and he will go up for the N1. Can he make it? Yes, he can. So a big play there to keep us in the game. But now the Hawks looking to hit back themselves. Wide open for three, and he nails it. Oh, it was only two. It was inside. Okay, I thought that was three. But, yeah, we can see our defense is getting exposed. And obviously the Hawks really outmatch us in every way. I mean, it's a difficult matchup for us. We're really not quite on their level. Here's some of the highlights of the first half, though. It was a close one, but the Hawks do have the edge so far. You know, we had some good shots being made. And what I found is that, you know, we do have some of our big guys are probably some of our more prolific scorers rather than the guards that we have. You know, Porzingis is a pretty good scoring option, and, you know, he can be a reliable option to hit the three-point. You know, when you give him a lot of room, and a lot of times the teams will give him a lot of room because, you know, he is the power forward. You don't often expect the power forwards to really make too many threes. So he generally gets that little bit of extra space to get off the three-point shot. And that's a really, really good thing. I like hitting threes, so trying to find a good three-point scorer for me is essential. And there's a three-pointer there. And that's going to open us up. But Carmello flying over the top. Take a look at this one. And boom, there it is. Carmello. Beautiful stuff from him. And if we are going to win games of basketball, we're going to have to rely on Carmello's scoring. And he's only got 2 points in so far in this one. Now make that 4. So it's not really a great start from him. You know, just the 4 points in 3 quarters of basketball is not great from your top star. So Carmello has been a little bit quiet in this one. We've had to rely on Lopez and Aflalo as well to try and step up and score for him. It's difficult to do. But Carmello, last second play, can he nail it? No, cannot do it. So 48 plays 40 after the third, and we need more productivity from Carmello here as Lopez knocks it down. But as you can see, 3 minutes to go, and the lead is big, and it's going to be tough to come back from here. And the Hawks just were too good for us. Lopez, though, had a pretty good game. This is a bit of a breakout game for him. You can see 12 points, 4 rebounds as well. So 14 points, 4 rebounds, I should say. So he had a pretty good game, bit of a breakout game for him, and really showed us that he could be a good scorer Gordon there knocks down the 3, and that's what we brought him in for, to try and hit those mid to long range shots. And there's only a couple seconds to go. Anthony, only 6 points for the game for Carmello, so that's a really poor game from him, and we really did miss his scoring. We needed him to step up. He didn't turn up tonight. He went missing, stayed home in his mansion in New York, and didn't decide to turn up to play, unfortunately. But 65 plays 53. We did go down today, unfortunately, and it was Al Horford, 18 points. He just dominated us in this one, and that was difficult to really stop him. I mean, from long range, he was brutal, and in close, good luck. So we had a tough time stopping him tonight. You can see a big block there, and he was just way too good for us. So it was a good matchup anyways, because this is a great team in the Hawks. They're going to be a strong side. We have to come up against these strong teams to learn and build from it. So our next matchup is going to be against the Wizards as well. Another pretty decent team. Bit of a mid-range team, and we'll probably make the playoffs for sure. So this is another opportunity for us to come up against the playoffs team here in the East, and this is a team we probably will be seeing a lot more of as well. So we'll see how well we can play against the Wizards. We are away from home this time, which will probably make things a little bit harder from us. You know, we're 0-2 at the moment, so we desperately need a victory. We don't want to start the season off too badly. We don't want to lose 3 in a row. That would just be terrible. And, oh, a 3-point foul! Oh, no. Calderon giving him the foul on the 3-point line, giving him 3 shots, and making life very easy for the Wizards to start this one off for John Wall. Here we go. The first one, he nails it. You'd think he's going to nail all 3. So, a bad start. This is exactly the start we did not want. We got him right down to the end of the shot clock, and we put some pressure on, and he nails the second one. But the third, it's coming up now, and it's a miss. So only 2 points. So we get away with it without suffering the extra point. But we would have liked to have not had it at all. A follow wide open for 3, missing it. Had to take that shot. It was completely open, and they hit back straight away. A poor start from New York, 4-zip. And the Wizards all over us, and this is exactly what we did not want. We wanted to come into Washington and just smoke them out of the water, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening at all. Carmello has a shot, he misses. And Wall again, passing it around for Dudley. And this is going to be, oh, Beal coming in, and Gortat gets the pass, lays it up, 6-zip. A tough start as we skip ahead a little bit. We're starting to get some points in, but Washington still have a pretty good lead here. And Gordon steps back, nails it. So that's a good shot from Gordon. That's what I said that I would like him to do. Just be a decent, reliable scorer. Come on and get, a couple baskets whilst he's on. Perhaps try and score around about that 8 points to 10 points per game. That would be really handy if we can get him to do that. You see the Wizards just opening us up inside, and they're so strong. And it's that's a poor shot there from Carmello. That's not what we needed. As you can see, the Wizards just on fire and hits back, makes us pay from the poor shot. And we're getting back into it though. I mean, you can see inside, it's very difficult to stop John Wall. He's so strong inside, and we just don't have that great defense to make sure that doesn't happen. Porzingis though, he just gets it in there despite so much defense. And like I said, Porzingis is a very good scorer. You wouldn't expect him to be that, but he's a good option to take inside and even outside as well. Alrighty, so this is what went down in the first half, and look, it's a close one. The Wizards had the hot start. We really started off poorly, but we slowly dragged things back a little bit and got the lead into a reachable distance. We need to make sure we start off the second half, though, really good. And we need a victory. We have to win this one. It's a 28 plays 35, a 7-point lead, so it's going to be difficult to come back from this one, but it's still reachable. It's still in range. We still can do it, I think. We just need to get on a bit of a run. As Calderon, up close and personal, Anthony Here's the shot, and ooh, wasn't a great shot. Defense all over him, but he made the shot. Anthony hits back with another one, so a very low-scoring game last time against the Hawks, but this time Anthony's really stepping up. I think he realized that he needed to make more shots last game to help them win, and Lopez with the block, and they managed to get it back, and wide open there, so we were all inside the paint. We made the block, but we couldn't get the rebound, and that's cost us some more points. But 39-41 at the moment. Anthony to Porzingis. Calderon hasn't really done much. There's no points in this one as of yet. Flolo, he hasn't been that great of an option, but he made that one there pretty comfortably. I think Flolo needs to step up as well, so we really need more from our guards. And he'll get another opportunity here to score 2 more. So Calderon hasn't made any points yet, and that's really concerning. So I think definitely we may be considering perhaps bringing in Galloway and trying him as the start. And if Galloway doesn't work out, then obviously we have Grant as well, who I think will be a good player for us in the future. He has a little bit more developing to do, but we'll see how he fares. He's done pretty good so far in the limited minutes that he's has. Inside Porzingis, yes! Just gets that. And Porzingis has over 10 points, I believe. Anthony! It was not on there for him. He tried to make that shot, trying to force the shot, and Gortat hits back. Big make there, 59-58, 30 seconds to go, 3-point lead now, 63-60. Anthony, oh geez, he needed to make that. He needed to make that. It is a big, big miss. Now 3 points in it. Will the Wizards look for 3, or they'll go for 2? They go for the 2, and it's wide open. Too easy, baby. The Wizards make it a 1-point game. And now we have to find Anthony, and they'll try and force the fouls and make us shoot free throws. And we have to make sure we make these. Anthony, probably our best free throw shooter, and he makes both of them, keeping it to a 3-point game, keeping the pressure on the Wizards. Here we go, they're back in now, and oh, he's made it! He's made it! Oh no! And he's drawn the foul as well. You've got to be kidding me. 65-64. He's got the free throw. 65. Oh, jeez. We had it won. We have to make this shot. We have to make it. Anthony has to do it. Steps back. Jumps up. Makes it. Anthony makes the shot. 67-65. Get the hell out of here. And the Knicks win their first game of the season. Oh, we needed that. Thank goodness. Thank God they didn't steal that game away from us. And we've picked up our first win. Now 1-2. So, Carmello, we called him out last game. You didn't score any points. Well, this time steps up with 25 points. And we needed all of them. A great performance from him. And that's what we need from Anthony. Time in, time out. And we had some other players step up as well, though. Lopez and Porzingis were really 2 good options. But again, Calderon and Flolo not really providing all that much as well. So, big minutes for not much in return. So, Anthony playing very well. A great performance from him. And a big, big win for us. And so far, so good. So, let's have a quick look. So, Anthony, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, are still in 2 blocks. Pretty good. Lopez got 14. Flolo actually got 10 points, so I won't really harp on him too much, actually. 5 assists as well, so moving the ball around well. I thought Porzingis got 10 points, but he actually only got 7. But 5 rebounds as well, doing very, very well. And Calderon only got 0 points. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. So the assist department, not too bad, but we would like some more points from him, I think. But alright guys, that's going to do it for the second episode of NBA 2k16 MyGM. If you did enjoy it, make sure you smash the like button, as well as that. Make sure you subscribe to see more GMO videos coming up very soon.